Well, I actually grew up in De Pere. I was born in Texas, but I grew up about 20 years in De Pere, Wisconsin. And then I moved out of Green Bay because I had a lot of drug charges.
Oh, jeez. I would have never guessed that, honestly.
That's NWTC in Green Bay. I also tried going to Fox Valley Tech. I just got paid off last semester, and I should be able to go for another semester.
Okay, dope. What you going for?
I think I want to do psychology.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting subject. Why? I mean, it's usually a reason why people want to dive into psychology. What's your reasons?
My reason is I was 17. Okay, actually, we'll start back from 16. 16, had my first boyfriend. He was out of high school. He was 19, and I was 16. And we met on Tinder, and he knew. I had to tell him right away. I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm not 18.
What's happening, Midwest Street Talk fam? Welcome back to another powerful episode where we shed light on the real stories of the homeless, addicted, and mentally unstable. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and join the Street Warriors where we stand up for those who need a voice. Let's get it. Thank you for kicking it with Midwest Street Talk, man. Who do I have with me today?
My name is Stevie.
Hey, Stevie, how are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
So far, so good. So far, so good. Now, Stevie, where you from?
I'm originally from Grapevine, Texas. It's in Tarrant County.
Whoa, wait a minute. Shout out Grapevine, Texas, first of all. What brings you here to Appleton, Wisconsin?
Well, I actually grew up in De Pere. I was born in Texas, but I grew up about 20 years in De Pere, Wisconsin. And then I moved out of Green Bay because I had a lot of drug charges.
Oh, jeez. I would have never guessed that, honestly. Like, they come looking so innocent these days. So, coming up in the Pure Wisconsin, would you say you had both mom and dad in the household?
Yes, but right after like the year 1998 where I was born, I'm 26 now, I feel like the economy just started dramatically declining, and it just demanded my parents to be absent for most of my life.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but that's okay because, I wasn't alone. I had an older brother,
Oh, so you did have other siblings?
right? And they only started leaving us alone with each other, like, probably from the age 8 and up. And at that point, he was 10 years old. So,
Okay. And so you only have the older brothers and other siblings?
I got 2 brothers. I got one named John, one named Alexander.
Okay, shout out to the big brothers. Now, did you go to any high school in Green Bay or?
I went to De Pere High School, East De Pere.
Okay, and you graduated?
I graduated.
Did you do any college?
I tried going to Northwestern College. That's NWTC in Green Bay. I also tried going to Fox Valley Tech. I just got paid off last semester, and I should be able to go for another semester.
Okay, dope. What you going for?
I think I want to do psychology.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting subject. Why? I mean, it's usually a reason why people want to dive into psychology. What's your reasons?
My reason is that do you know who Carl Jung is?
The name sounds so familiar, but not.
He's a famous psychologist that a lot of people base their data off of, and he based his data off of Freud. And a man named Freud had an idea. It was a study of the human brain within the subconscious of our consciousness. So it's all of our dreams, the interpretations, what they mean. And usually the meaning of a dream, like say I have a dream about me hula hooping, which I hula hoop. I'm a flow artist. I do that with LEDs and all that. I go to raves. It's kind of how me and drugs started. Started with psychedelics. Went to weed from there. It went hard and then it went soft.
I want to touch on that too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
But I guess I want to explain.
Sure.
Yeah, if I have a dream about hula hooping, it means I have a cycle of rebirth. It means stuff like that. It talked about African ceremonies, how hooping was like blessings of ancestors.
Wow,
Yeah, so the circle is like a huge, like, symbolic tool I think a lot of cultures use.
that is dope. That's deep.
Yeah,
You make me want to dive into it a little bit deeper.
right? And Native Americans, they also have ceremonies with hula hooping. They're healing ceremonies.
Oh wow,
Yep.
that's something new to me. Okay, so you're gonna eventually finish off with psychology, which is dope. I might need to stretch out on the couch one day and get you to pick my brain.
Yeah.
But would you say you had a fairly normal childhood coming out?
Honestly, I had a good childhood, but the beginning of my adult years was my time to make mistakes.
Tell me about those mistakes.
Uh, when I was 17, okay, actually, we'll start back from 16. 16, had my first boyfriend. He was out of high school. He was 19, and I was 16. And we met on Tinder, and he knew. I had to tell him right away. I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm not 18. And he's like, that's okay. And like, because we figured like 3 years, it's not a big deal. Like, we're still like kids
Yeah.
mentally, I would say so. Um, and we kind of like hit it off. He got me into smoking weed,
Mm.
and he was from Shiocton, which is like a small town of like 1,000 people, something like that. Yep. Everyone goes to the same school. Everyone drives their tractors to school. Yep.
So you said you would mention it. So would you say weed was a gateway because you were mentioning like other things you got into?
I don't know if I would necessarily say that was a gateway. I really think there's like mind opening, like mind opening of the consciousness drugs, and then there are hard drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say hard, they're not talking about like the texture or how hard it hits you, how fast it hits you. They're talking about how hard your life really gets after you take those substances, because that is a gateway. Everything is a gateway.
Yeah.
Opportunity. And sometimes it's bad. And I would say my gateway was cocaine and Adderall.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then where'd that lead after that? Like, because I heard you tell a testimony to the gas station guy. And I'm kind of working my way to that because I'm proud of you. I don't know you, but I'm proud of you. Right now.
I'm about to complete 90 days in the ARC Community Services Program. It's a DOC-run facility. I am on probation. However, snitches get stitches. I don't do that. Anyway.
Okay.
I know a lot of people get bad rep for parole and probation because they think that everyone's an informant. The only thing that makes someone informant is a statement, and I never give a statement.
You never give a statement?
No.
What was your case about, if you don't mind?
My case, they said it was a routine traffic stop. I wasn't even driving. My keys were not in the ignition. I drove a Chevy Cobalt 2010 at the time. This was about 4 years ago. And I was just outside of Excess nightclub. That's in Green Bay.
I know exactly, on Main Street?
Yep. I was right outside. I was actually going into the bar across the street, which is, it was called Fatheads 2 at the time. Yep, I knew the owner.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And I was kind of made a spectacle, and the cops did their best to like try and like shield me from, public eye view.
Right.
Everyone had their phones out.
Oh my
and
God.
Loved out about these times.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I was Snapchat famous. For all the wrong reasons. But I was caught with a meth pipe. I had forgotten, a buddy had left it in my purse. And of all things, he put it in a Crown Royal bag. That is super suspicious.
Super sus.
No, yep. Gave him reasonable search. He could see it from the outside of the car. He was really looking. So that gave him reason to search. Now, it's super funny because he saw the Crown Royal bag, but he didn't see the taser that was up on the dash. It took him the whole search to realize, oh my God, this is not a flashlight. This is a taser. Who gave this to you? And I'm like, Fleet Farm. And then he's like, did they card you? And I'm like, no. And then my buddy was actually trying to take the charge because it was in his name. He bought it for me for protection because people were like literally like, I was getting like beat up like in Green Bay because they see a girl, they think she's defenseless, they try to take advantage of her, they try to take her car, her money, her drugs, whatever she's got on her, you know, and leave them for dead. Is basically what that is, or at least maroon them and strand them long enough to make them look crazy to the public. It's what they always do.
I witnessed that a lot myself with a lot of the newcomers. They want to take advantage of women with cars and jobs and, you know.
Most importantly, taking advantage of women who were into the hard drugs.
There was a lot of gaslighting, you know, what I recognize is like, you know, as long as you're on that drug, they can make you feel any kind of way, maybe take your car sometimes and leave you stranded, like you said. But you're a tough woman. You made it through, though.
Yeah.
So you were incarcerated that night. Did you sit any time?
Dude, they didn't even book me. That was like super illegal. Yeah, they gave me some crumpled up piece of paper of someone who already came and left. And that was like how they were going to book me. And then a CO was like, you're not even booked and you've been here for like 12 hours? Oh my God. So they were kind of wondering what was up with that. Well, they made me talk to the DA right away. And they actually, they were kind of chuckling because in the evidence, the cop was really trying to get me for something that night. I only had a dime baggie on me, but technically, like, I don't think he really could charge me for anything because that's just a ticket. I think he really was trying to get me with the taser, and he was trying to get me with the driving, which he failed at both of those. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry. He was where was I at? I was deep in that story.
He tried to slam me with the taser.
Oh my God! I had a turquoise necklace, a real turquoise, genuine necklace, and it broke. And my great grandmother gave that to me, and she's not alive anymore. So like that's like valuable. So I always kept it in my car for good luck. Well, the cop turned it in to the DA, and so the DA is just kind of like sitting there trying not to laugh. They're like, we don't care about the drugs. We just want to know one thing. And actually, two things. I wanted to know two things. One thing was, why were you carrying around a bag of turquoise? And I said, everyone in Texas has turquoise. And they just start laughing their asses off. They thought that was the funniest thing in the world. They were like big, muscular men too. They're not exactly what they portray them like in movies, TV shows, but they're pretty damn close. They actually were asking me about my father's charges. I don't really need to talk about that. That's his story.
That's his story.
But my dad was in prison before I started going to jail. I've been in jail 3 times.
Jeez. Whoa.
Out of Winnebago County, screaming in the street. Got the cops called on me. Neighbors, the cops were so nice. They even let me smoke 5 cigarettes before I went to jail.
Whoa, that's nice.
That doesn't happen. Like, I don't even understand. Sat 18 days. Before that, no, actually after that, after I was transferred from Oshkosh, I sat in the Green Bay jail where I was originally detained. And I was on probation in De Pere, which is why they put me in Curry Lane.
Curry Lane.
Yep.
30 Curry Lane.
Yep.
Oh my God. You got a hell of a story. So I'm glad I was able to reach out to you, man. I would definitely like to do an update when you graduate. Probably get a little something for you. Me and my wife, we like doing things like that. So we'll be in touch. Shout out your boyfriend too, man. He got patience, man.
Yeah.
That's the real one. That's the real goat right there, man.
Some lady's dog that's running away from her trying to cross the street.
Oh my God.
And then he saved the dog while he was out there. That's the goat. So
if there's one takeaway that anybody can take from going from the drug life to a normal life, and it is possible, it is achievable again, never give up before the miracle happens.
That's good.
That is all you gotta know. And like, I'm not a super religious person, but I do pray to God. I do talk to Him, and I think He delivers. And I think
Amen.
that is a true blessing.
I was gonna ask. That's funny. I was gonna ask, what's the takeaway? What message do you believe? That's dope.
Yeah, I'm also a telepath, so.
Wow. Okay. So, that's super good. So look, if do you have any social media, just in case anybody wants to reach out or?
Sure. I got a Facebook. It's Star with an X instead of an A.
Mm-hmm.
So Star Jean on Facebook. I'm actually a content creator. I make flow videos of me and my LEDs. I'll be spinning my staff in Appleton sometimes. You know, do that in Green Bay. I'll be spinning hoops at shows. I'm really good.
What?
Yep.
I'm gonna put that up right here.
I'm a hula hoop acrobat performance artist, I would say.
Okay.
Yep. I used to have a flow troupe and everything. That's what they call them. And it'd be a whole gang of us, all these girls, and we'd just be like posed for the camera, ready with our hoops.
So I'm gonna put a couple of those clips up with this video so they can see a little bit of what you do.
Absolutely.
And did you have an Instagram with that on it too, or YouTube or anything like that?
I don't. I'm actually, when I get out of treatment, I'm gonna work on that.
Okay. And let me know. I do a little editing. Maybe I can put you on.
Yeah, there's content videos on my Facebook. If you go and look there, there's all sorts of different ones.
And mention your Facebook one more time.
My Facebook is Star with an X instead of an A, so STXR space Jean, like denim jeans.
Okay.
Star Jean.
Okay, Star Jean. And one last thing, just in case somebody wants to donate to your mission, did you and your boyfriend have a cash app? You want to post?
What's your cash app?
I don't have my phone, so I don't know. To be honest, I think it's just hashtag drink water.
Okay.
What is that?
It's not easy drink water. Okay.
No.
So I guess the cash app to donate to for the cause, is it Ezekiel Drinkwater?
Okay.
Did you say 69?
Okay.
Oh my God.
I put that at the end of all my usernames. Let me find out the next time I'm in Zoom court, and I'll put 69 at the end of my name.
Oh my God, you guys are funny. So that's okay. It's the money sign in front of that, guys.
Yeah,
donate.
Ezekiel Drinkwater.
Okay.
With the money sign in front.
My picture is I'm in jail, but I'm not in jail.
Yeah.
I'm in like the upside down, like White House at Wisconsin Dells.
Oh, dope.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
That's dope.
The upside down White House.
So y'all know how to look for him. He'll be in like a jail looking picture, but it's the upside down White House.
Sad looking face.
Oh, with a sad face.
Looking native.
Yeah, he's native.
Okay, that's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
So the name of my channel is Midwest Street Talk. Who should they subscribe to?
Midwest Street Talk.
There you go. And right about now, the music come on. Let me see you there. Yeah. Thank you for the interview, man. It was dope.